Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go over the 3 good reasons and 3 bad reasons of why you should or should not join Epique Realty. And again, my name is Travis Junty. I'm with Epique Realty, and this is the Agent Collab. Hey, so let's get right into that content. So I want to start with bad reason number 1, and that reason is to recruit agents. Look, there's so many agents coming here thinking that, hey, this is the holy grail. This is what I can do. Now I can set myself up and retire. Hey, well, the reality is, just like real estate business, many people can't come in here and they're not able to recruit agents, and then they find out, well, this isn't for me, and then they put their tail between their legs and they walk away to a different company where they think that the grass is greener on the other side. I just want you to know that, the majority of agents really aren't recruiting agents. Or they have a hard time recruiting agents, whatever that is. Statistically, if you look at like EXP, for example, there's really only 10 to 12% that actually have any type of rev share, revenue share, or downline per se. So I don't want that to be a reason why you're joining Epique Realty, is because you think you can recruit agents, or maybe it's the easy button to recruit agents. So I just want to make sure that that's put out there. And honestly, even the company is more about retention than they are about recruiting. It's the model is built to a point that it's really going to naturally attract agents to the company. I just don't want you to be lured to think that, hey, I'm going to build this massive downline. And you may see other people that have these big numbers. That's not always the case. So most people are just more modest than that, and that's just the truth of the matter. That's why we have these benefits here as real estate agents. We're here to help you succeed in what you do best, and that's selling homes. And we'll go on to the number 2 bad reason, and that's joining just because a friend said so, or just because maybe your friend just made a move, right? We are all independent. We all got to look out for ourselves. We ought to look out for number 1. So don't just make a move just because a friend did, right? Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you look at the ICA. I'll make sure to put a copy of it down here below. But make sure you kind of look into that. And you want to make sure that your friend or your sponsor is able to help you plug into all the systems that they have at Epique Realty. There's many people that might join a company and they just don't really actually plug in. They don't fully engage into the company. You want somebody that's able to help you fully engage in the company and really understand the different tools and different training, different coaching that is available here at Epique Realty. Number 3 bad reason of joining Epique Realty, and this is probably one of the biggest things, and that's joining because we have free leads. Look, we do have free leads, and they are excellent. But that's one thing. A lot of people are in that kind of society that they think that, hey, I'm going to get these free leads. Well, I'm probably just going to have a bunch of these closings and so on and so forth. We talked about just the other day on one of our mindset calls with Coach Rob Stein. He was talking about having grit. Just because we have free leads, just because we have a CRM that has AI automation and follow-up, doesn't mean that these leads are going to turn into gold and that they're going to turn into closings. We do have to put in the work. We do have to put that grind in. We are entrepreneurs. We have to, these things aren't going to be handed to us. So we do have to put in that work, and it's certainly, sure, there are free leads, and it's a growing thing that we're learning and developing as we go. But I do always suggest that you do have another lead source. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm a coach or by any means, but most coaches will tell you should have at least three lead sources. Whether that be sphere of influence, whatever other type of lead source, and maybe you're a social media guy or gal. But don't just solely rely on the free leads and think that that's going to be your saving grace and you're going to have an amazing business. That's just part of the puzzle. And hey, real quick, again, this is Travis Junty. I'm with the Agent Collab. All my information is down here below. I would love to have a conversation with you and see if Epique Realty might be a fit for you. Again, all my information is down below. And hey, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that little notification bell to make sure you get notified anytime we put out new content. When you like my videos, that certainly does help the algorithm to get this out to more people. So I certainly like to help spread the word, spread the good word on Epique Realty. So I wanted to kind of throw in a little bonus one. Hopefully you guys are okay with a bonus. And this isn't really it could be a pro, it could be a con, depending on which way you look at it. But don't just join or not join because of the fees. As I've mentioned in some of my other videos, I came from a low fee brokerage. When you come from that mindset of you're trying to find out, where are the best savings, where can I save money every month, certainly to a point that's true, but you can't just always look at just, what are the fees, like I said, I came from a low fee brokerage. It was great for what it was, but I didn't have my growth hat on, my growth mindset on, because like I said, we are entrepreneurs. It's not about what you pay, it's what you can earn, down in the future. You can be part of a group and a company that has a financial incentive to help you grow, as a team, as an agent, and as a leader. Maybe you have a dream, to build a team and have a team, across the nation, across the world. There's many different things that you can have, with that opportunity, with only having, the one set cap, one set of fees, nationwide if you're working in multiple states. And here's good reason number one of why to join Epique Realty. Like I said before, we are a virtual brokerage. Depending on the state, you may or may not have an office near you, be it the broker's office or maybe a team leader's office. There's a lot of people that still have offices and still have an open invite for people to join them at their offices. But I certainly wouldn't join thinking that, hey, I'm going to have access to an office. When I was at EXP, even I know they were selling the opportunity of going to a Regis office, but quite honestly, I don't know how many people actually went to that Regis office. Most of us just went to a coffee shop or, title company, lender company, stuff like that. So if you're comfortable, like I am here in my living room, I came in, sometimes I'm working from my bedroom, sometimes I'm working from my living room, whatever it is, wherever I can get away from the noise of the house. Right now, the kids are gone. So I can work from here from the living room, but yeah, I can wake up, I can make some phone calls, do my prospecting in the morning. I can jump on Zoom calls with our team, so I'm comfortable with that environment because for the most part we're going out and we're showing homes, or we're going out on appointments where you don't really need an office for that. So if that's something that you're comfortable with, Epique Realty certainly can be a fit for you. And number two, and I'm just kind of lump this into, if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, right? You need to have an entrepreneurial mindset, not only to be in real estate, but also to be within a virtual brokerage and to have that opportunity for different growth opportunities, right? That's, like I said, that's the reason why I joined, was because of the growth opportunity of being with a newer company, kind of at the ground floor. I like that opportunity to really help the company grow. Like I said, we are doing some things. We're making some changes with the company for the better. I know our training is continuing to be developed, depending on when you're looking at Epique Realty, when you're watching this video. We just got on board with Rob Stein, and he's our power coach here at Epique Realty. He's launching Earth to Orbit interactive training, which is a great tool that all of us here at Epique Realty have. When you're at some of these old school brokerages, be it Century 21, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, whatever it is, a lot of these places, you're basically renting your space at that brokerage. They're not offering you stocks, they're not offering you rev share. Where at these cloud-based brokerages, you do have an ownership in your company. And right now we are a private company. So I see that as a massive bonus. You may or may not see it that same way, but like I said, having an entrepreneurial mindset, you're willing to take a small risk. And as long as you take a small educated risk, I'm okay with that. You have to be okay with that as well. And with that being said, like I said, we are a growing company. The leadership is listening to us. So that there's changes that are going on. For the better for the company. So just make sure that you're comfortable with our growing pains as we grow. If that's not something for you and you want something that's just cookie cutter, from A to B, A to Z, then maybe a different brokerage might be a better fit for you. Hey, again, this is Travis Junty with an agent Collab. Hey, look, let's have a conversation. Let's see if Epique Realty is a fit for you. All my contact information is down there below. And make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little notification bell to make sure you get notified anytime we put out new content here on Epique Realty. And number three, good reason of why you should join Epique Realty is, hey, you want to be part of the revolution. And I know that's that kind of encompasses the whole reason why I joined, and it's another reason why a lot of people join. And to kind of discuss that further, what I want to do is I want to kind of show you, Epique Realty's, what their mission statement is, what they're all about, so you can kind of understand, why Epique is what they are and what they're setting out to do for us as agents, because I feel that's important. So just kind of hang out. Well, let's jump into the computer. So anyway, Epique Realty. This is just a quick. I'm not going to go through all 21 slides here. I'm not going to bore you with that. What I wanted to do is kind of go through the first few slides and kind of give you an idea of the mission statement and what they're all about, right? So, Epique Realty, the revolution has begun. Learn about the most advanced real estate brokerage in history. So RY, we believe that agents should be at the center of the brokerage. Brokerages should take a proactive approach to agent success, and brokerages should be doing more to help their agents succeed. And these are certainly things that Epique Realty are already starting to do, and things are starting to take place. That's certainly an exciting adventure. I mean, you can certainly reach out to me. I can kind of give you more detail on some things that they have rolling out and things that they have done during my tenure, so you can kind of understand that, yeah, it certainly is an agent-centric brokerage. This goes a little bit into our values, the best or nothing. In all things, we don't believe in cutting corners, and good enough will never be a part of our vocabulary. Proactive is better than reactive. We believe that a reactive approach leads to invisible dissatisfaction. We will always work to be proactive when it comes to support and work on solving issues before they become problems. Even one that came up recently, just a quick example, was dealing with their support with our CRM system. They have now given us higher level support, dedicated Epique Realty support over at the Lofty CRM program. So that right there is just trying to get proactive and get in front of those problems. We do have agent advisory boards that are certainly listening to agents, and they're bringing these kind of things up to the higher up to the founders. So they're understanding, and they're fully engaged on what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Integrity is integral. We enforce our rules, do what we say what we do, stay transparent, and put our agents and clients first in all matters. Another thing, like about staying transparent. A lot of this information, you can find all this online. They're really transparent about their company, and like I said, they're not always the best company for everyone. You might find a company that's better for you, but like I said, they're just being transparent on all that information, so you have all that in front of you. Support equals success. Local, personal, one-on-one support is the key to a successful company and the key to retaining the best agents. That's one thing that they did change, because like I said, the founders, they came from EXP. And the local one-on-one support is one thing that was a big issue at EXP. We're dealing with just this area leaders, depending on which area of the country. Like I said, we are growing, so we have these area leaders in these areas. Sometimes we might not have it in a more remote area as we're growing, but that will change. But we do have area leaders in these areas to help with that kind of one-on-one support. The local team, local agents that all are able to collaborate together. Innovative or die, we're committed to staying ahead of any technologies that would better our company. They're always on the lookout, and that's another thing I want to talk about. A quick example on that is we used to use, or we currently are, but we're switching over, but we used to use a company called Suite Assist for our software for, signing documents and so on and so forth. But we made a switch. We made a switch to Dotloop. Where Dotloop is a widely recognized company, and a lot of people are just thrilled with that opportunity to now work with a company that is well-known product, and it's just easier for most agents. So that's one thing where you're just innovating as we grow, and we're making changes as we go. You won't find that at some of the big major players where they're not making those kind of changes. Culture is key. Culture is about living your mission statement and creating an environment where people want to be. That is the key to an organization's longevity. And like I said, they are focused on retention and focused on that culture. I mean, that's their main focus as we grow in 2024 and beyond, is creating a culture that people will never want to leave. Like I said, we do have the declining cap where if you're a team leader or a solo agent, you're starting out at $15,000, $14,000, $13,000, $12,000, 12, 11, 10. And that's the declining cap system that also works on that longevity. You probably heard this before, so really we're to revolutionize the industry by providing our agents with unrivaled support, insane benefits, and cutting-edge innovations and technology to transform and elevate their business to a new level. Now, I'm not going to go into all those benefits. I do have a video here that goes over the whole explained. It goes over every single benefit, and it may not cover some of the benefits that we have up and coming, but that goes over all the benefits that we have here at Epique Realty, in detail, so you can really understand, what separates Epique Realty from the rest of the companies. Again, this is Travis Junty with Epique Realty. I would certainly love if you would hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And hey, all my contact information is down below. Let's have a confidential call and see if Epique Realty is good for you, and if I might be the agent that'll help you get to that next level. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Until the next video, we'll see you on the Agent Collab with Epique Realty.